A middle school is opening up specifically for LGTV students. They're starting on August 1st. And is this a future? I'm upset about 3 things and I'm not upset about 3 things. Let me know if you agree. If you're new to this channel, my name is Aaron. I do reactions to all things in pop culture. And let's get right into this video here. This is the director or starter of the school, and he's going to be talking about his experience and why he's starting this particular type of school for kids.
Frankly, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade were some of the hardest years for me. I had changed schools every single school year.
Fitting in was hard for Nate Roten when he was a kid.
Today, if I were in junior high, I would love to be able to live my full, authentic self.
As the CEO of 1 in 10, an advocacy group for the LGBTQ plus youth, his goal is to offer a safe space for middle school students, one he never had. Inside the nonprofit's youth center is the new queer blended learning center where students will learn from a curriculum built by Spark Community Schools.
Specifically, culturally responsive curriculum in civics and LGBT history, just making sure we're telling stories from every angle, from every perspective and point of view.
Traditional subjects like science, math, and reading are also included.
And then, at the end of the day, we end with project-based learning, which is something that has been proven to take what you learn in those core subjects and really make it relevant.
Because this is a micro school, the teacher-student ratio is 1 to 12. Parents can also tap into the state's universal voucher program to cover tuition.
Our tuition is what that voucher amount is, so that it is available to any parent. It is not above that. There should be no out-of-pocket cost to the family.
It's all about creating that space where they can just be the best version of themselves.
The school calendar is August 1st through May 23rd with the traditional breaks in between, guys.
And Casey, you mentioned this is a micro school. So how many students are already enrolled in this new school?
So micro is small, right? And there are only 8 students and 1 teacher right now. However, those numbers are expected to go up. The goal is to have 2 teachers and 1 classroom aide. And it is open enrollment, so students can jump in when they're ready any time of the school year. And we do have a link at azfamily.com under the As Seen On tab where parents can learn more about it.
Or maybe people...
It's okay. Let's talk about this a little bit. This is the link. All these links to the article and the video will be down in the description below as usual. They've got 6 to 8 kids. From what I understand, it's a charter school, and they're just getting started. This is the first time, and it's specifically for LGTV. Now, I am not upset at 3 things, and I am very upset about 3 things. So let's start with the things that I'm not upset about. I am not upset or outraged. I'm not disgusted. I am not angry at their existence. Okay, I believe that this is the natural course of events. This is like the sinners are gonna sin, right? Like, and this is they're living their life. Let them live their life. They're putting something out there. They want to. I'm not upset about their existence in all of this. Matter of fact, they're a Christian charter school, so why should I be upset in this side of like having a gay charter school? That doesn't upset me at all. Number 2, I'm not upset at their agenda. Matter of fact, I'm appreciative that it is transparent, right? I know what I'm getting. Oh, that is their agenda. That's their prerogative. I am more upset with a hidden agenda. I'll give you an example. News outlets. If news outlets, these big media companies, are saying that they are offering fair and balanced news, no bias, you're lying to me, right? Like, be straightforward with your agenda, be straightforward with your bias, at least in my opinion. I'm more upset with teachers teaching their own secret agenda and not telling anyone. That's what I'm upset about. So I appreciate that they have a transparent agenda, like, hey, we are here for this reason, and it's clearly stated. Thank you. That's what I expect. It's like if a church was LGTV affirming, right? It's just not true. And this is Romans 1, and this is what it says in Romans 1, 26, 27, right? Because they're talking about sinners and people who rebel against God. You can read the whole thing. It's on here. Because of this, God gave them over to their shameful lusts. Even their women exchanged natural relations for unnatural ones. In the same way, men also abandoned their natural relations with women and were inflamed with lust for one another. Men committed shameful acts with other men and received in themselves the due penalty for their error. Right? This is not debatable, right? Homosexuality is a sin. Like it's just it's crazy to think it's not. What upsets me is when churches say that it isn't. It's very clear. Even non-Christians know that they know that the Bible says it's a sin. So I am upset with an opaque agenda, not a transparent agenda. I appreciate a transparent agenda. Like, this is what we believe, and there's no gaslighting here. So I appreciate that. The third thing I'm not upset about is that they're offering another option, right? And to me, they're willing to compete, and the market will dictate, right? As far as a business and economic level, their value is going to be received or rejected by the public, and it's going to be seen. Like right now, they've got 6 students. If they, I don't think that's enough to sustain 2 teachers and an aide, and like all the other background stuff that happens and all that. So if no one wants it, it'll shut down itself. Like that's what's going to happen. Now, I am upset about 3 things, and let me know if you agree with the things that I'm not upset with, and these things in the comment section below. We'll have this talk, and I'm sure you'll be upset because I don't cover everything in these videos. Number one thing I'm upset about is that it is a charter school, from what I understand. And what I understand about a charter school, I did some research, and hopefully the research is right, but one, it's government funded, and they stated that in the video that parents are able to access government-backed vouchers so that the tuition is covered. So that means taxpayer money is being used to it. I don't like that. I don't like how my taxpayer money, if I don't like how my taxpayer money is being used, we must vote. We must make sure that those elected officials are making decisions based on how we want. So I don't like that. I'm upset about that. Charter schools can have different ages in the same classroom, like six students or 8 students. I don't think all 8 students are the same ages. They could be down to like 3rd grade all the way up to like 8th grade. So that's very, very weird to me. I don't like that. I wouldn't want my 3rd grader in the same class as an 8th grader learning. It's not beneficial. I wouldn't want my 8th grader in the same class as a 3rd grader. It's not beneficial. Number 2, I don't like the permanency of how they're treating this, right? Like the gentleman in the video, he said like, it was hard for me to fit in middle school. Well, newsflash, buddy, it's hard for everyone to fit in middle school, right? Like, it doesn't matter if you're gay or not. And 2 is that what decisions have you or I made in middle school that's permanent, right? Like, I don't know. That maybe that's just me. And some people will say like, well, the type of girl you like is permanent. Yes, maybe. But I've also seen girls. I know a handful of girls personally who have tried being gay, and that's not for them. Maybe they're bi, then I don't know about it, maybe, but I don't think that there's a need to act in permanency in those years, because they haven't even gone through puberty yet. This is a very odd stage where every middle school they feel uncomfortable in their body. So that's what I don't like. I don't like acting like everything, that all decisions that they make in middle school should be permanent and should be forever lasting. That's silly. That's silly to me. And the third thing, and what I am very upset about, is that it is sexually focused and defined. It's for their sexuality. It's school based around their sexuality, and what that does is it establishes character defining identities based on your sexuality. And I really, really don't like that, because I believe that people have a greater identity, greater purpose, greater sense of self, more than their sexuality. They have to. If people are can't have sex, or are confused, that doesn't mean they're less of a person. And that doesn't mean that if you're straight, you should be defined by your straightness, or if you're gay, you should be defined by your gayness. To me, I'm going by what the Bible says, that you are defined as a child of God. You are defined by your Creator. You are defined by the one who created you, because you have His image imprinted, stamped on you and me. And so that's how I feel like people are defined. You don't have worth because your sexuality points you in a particular way to say like you have worth. This is untrue. You have worth because of who created you. When you look at a painting, the painting might be a great looking painting or might be an ugly looking painting. I've seen some ugly looking paintings, but guess who painted some of those paintings? Picasso, and guess how much they retail for? A ton. That's a simple illustration saying like, hey, your value is based on the person who made you. The value of the painting is based on the painter. And so in the same way, you and I are made in the image of God, and our value is based on an infinite, unlimited value, highest authority, creator, God. And so that's what I really don't like. I really don't like the reduction of identity and self into just something that's sexual. Don't like that, especially in middle school. I challenge you guys, to leave something in the comments below, whether or not you agree with me on my takes. Are you upset about the same things I'm upset about? Do you think I should be upset at the things that I'm not upset about? Let me know in the comment section below. I really appreciate you watching. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.